Cybersecurity experts warn Russia is already targeting online global infrastructure to try and retaliate against any country who tries to help Ukraine. Leeza Garber is a cybersecurity and privacy law attorney, and she joins us this morning. Leeza, great to see you.
Hi, Jan. Happy Friday.
Same to you. During a recent interview, Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Mark Warner told Axios, quote, if you are suddenly having 190,000 troops attack Ukraine, chances are, if he's coming in that hard kinetic, that the cyber attack will not be a single piece of malware. Leeza, what type of cyber attacks could we see from Russia as President Vladimir Putin launches attacks against Ukraine?
If we look to the history of Russian cyber attacks and their capabilities, they've gotten bolder and bolder, and their theories have evolved, their mechanisms have evolved. We see that they tend to attack infrastructure. They tend to gather information and intelligence in a system for quite a long time before they perpetuate their attack. And they have new ways of doing this. We just saw new malware that launched just in this month. And they've already gone after Ukrainian infrastructure and been successful. And they've gone after U.S. infrastructure as well. They've also gone after U.S. computer systems and other types of software.
Yeah, and in fact, a new report from U.S. and U.K. intelligence groups revealed that one of these Russian state-backed hacker groups has developed a new type of malware that can target firewall devices. First of all, talk us through this. How dangerous is this, and what do we know about this new malware?
Malware is tricky because it keeps getting more and more complex. The threats keep evolving. So initially, malware, we think of ransomware, which is simply malware that can encrypt a system. You have to pay a ransom to get the key. Then we have double extortion ransomware, which not only encrypts data, but steals it so that it can be used for blackmail. This new type of malware that we've seen is called wiper malware, which is just as it sounds, it will wipe an entire system. The goal, making such systems inoperable. You can't access anything. It brings operations down until you can either go from a backup or start new. And it's extremely problematic because just like a denial of service attack, which throws traffic at a website to make it inaccessible, systems can be down for lengthy periods of time.
Yeah, and here in America, as we know, security intelligence tells us that Russia shut down the Colonial Pipeline. JBS, one of the world's largest meat producers. What should we expect here in America if Russian hackers launch cyber attacks again here in the U.S.? Who is most likely to be attacked?
This is the big question, and as American citizens, we have every right to be concerned because most likely we already have Russians in our systems taking a look around, seeing where there are vulnerabilities. The Americans are doing that as well. We have amazing capabilities. The problem is that we don't know when they will strike. What we get most concerned about are financial institutions and infrastructure like water, electricity, and hospitals. Russians have attacked all of those before. So financial institutions, we're all worried we're going to see our bank accounts wiped out. While everything is a possibility, the financial institutions have the money and the means, and they've been working very diligently to harden their systems. Yeah. And that's been happening for a very long time. The problem with critical infrastructure like water and electric is that these are very segmented around the country. Some of them don't have the funding for proactive cybersecurity. So these are things we'll have to wait and watch for, unfortunately.
And I found it interesting that more than 100 of the world's Fortune 500 companies rely, at least partially, on Ukrainian IT services. I mean, who knew, right? 100 of the Fortune 500 companies of the world are relying on Ukraine. So as cybersecurity experts warn that the U.S. and other allies could experience these Russian cyber attacks, what should U.S. businesses do to increase security on their own systems?
The problem with cybersecurity on the whole is that when you think about cyber attacks, they don't listen to jurisdictional bounds. And so when systems are connected, be it in Ukraine or EU or in the US, they can spread very quickly. And Ukraine can be used as a pivot point to gain access to other countries' systems. In the United States, we attempt to be diligent in hardening our systems by using best cybersecurity practices. We follow NIST guidelines, which are very stringent. We look to other federal guidelines for financial and healthcare institutions as well. As citizens, we need to be proactive too. We have to change our passwords. As silly as it sounds, that's still a great mechanism for protection. Turn on multi-factor authentication. Check your credit report. frequently because it's important to be vigilant. But for businesses themselves, they need to invest in cybersecurity and hire the people that are going to do that as well. And many have been. The government has issued warnings to do so for some time.
And bring all that stuff back to America, not in foreign countries. I still couldn't believe that we're relying on all these foreign services for a lot of our own businesses here. Leeza, appreciate you joining us this morning. Hope you have a great weekend.
Definitely. Thank you. You too.